for the microphone, please. Question for Dame or CJ? And be specific.
For both you guys, what were they able to do in that 19-1 run in the third quarter to kind of take the lead back?
I mean, they make a lot of tough shots. I think our turnovers and us not getting the ball to the rim. Sometimes we didn't even get a shot up. That led to transition, and sometimes guys got behind us. Iggy got behind us a few times. Other times they just scrambled. Clay go to one corner, Ian Clark in another one, and the paint is open, so they just had a lot of looks. And once Clay hit a couple, once Steph hit a couple, they can really get rolling. And at halftime, I told our team, they've been here before, a championship level team, and they're going to make runs. We just got to be able to manage them good enough to where we can win the game. And even when they went on that run, we were still able to go into the fourth with the lead. But down the stretch, to win games, you got to defend and you got to rebound. And when we had our chances on the offensive end, it was either a turnover or didn't get a great look. You got to give credit to what they did defensively. They turned it up. And then on offense, we have a good defensive possession and not come up with the ball. So, we weren't disciplined enough to close out and win the game.
He said it all.
For both of you guys, can you describe what having Nurkic back meant, and what was your reaction pregame when you found out he was going to play?
I was surprised. I was surprised he played. Just seeing the progress he was making day to day, I didn't think he was going to play. But you got to credit him for gutting it up and fighting for us and giving us some good minutes. Obviously, he was a shell of himself, but he was still able to get 12 rebounds, make some plays from the post interior, passing-wise. But obviously, you guys have seen Nurk at full strength compared to what he was tonight, but there's no excuses. We didn't do a good enough job closing out the game. I had some bad turnovers that led to easy baskets in transition, and you can't give that team extra possessions. You can't give them those type of plays to where they can walk into threes or get easy leak-out dunks, and we did that, and especially myself, I had a couple turnovers down the stretch that I can't have.
I mean, I think, part of it was the way we're allowed to play when he's on the floor. He's really good at setting good screens and then rolling to the middle of the defense and making the right decision, whether that's him floating or hitting the guy on the weak side and being able to get the weak side defender to commit to him so the weak side guy gets a good look. And, early he was dropping the ball off, guys getting dunks, hitting the weak side, swing for threes, and he was giving them a lot of trouble. He even scored on the block a few times. But I think just his presence and the way he allowed us to play, it made us, more, we were in a good flow, a good rhythm with him out there. And I guess it picked up our team morale. We played with confidence. And I think the other part of it is being on your home floor. The ball going in, the crowd is behind you, and you're playing a good game. We were playing a good game. So I think it was a little bit of him and, a little bit of being on our home floor.
Hey, Dame, has the temperament changed in the locker room now that you're down 3-0?
I mean, obviously it's going to be, some frustration coming in after a game like this where we played a really good game. We knew they were going to make a run, and we had the lead going into the fourth, like I said. And, I don't think it's ever been done, somebody coming back from 3-0, especially against a team like Golden State. But as I'm sure a lot of you guys know, I'm not one to quit, and I'm very optimistic. So obviously this one hurt, to drop this game 3 when we had it. We were in a good position to win the game. But you feel that frustration, of letting one slip. Maybe we win this one and going into game 4, they really got something to think about. And, we blew the opportunity. But at the end of the day, we still got games to play. And right now, you gotta have some pride and having a sweep on the line and try to go get this next one on Monday and then go from there, game at a time.
Hey, to you or CJ, whoever, you guys talked about it 2 games ago about trash talking and things like that. What makes an effective trash talker, where you can talk the trash but still compose yourself to still produce on the court?
I mean, anybody. I think most people you run into that's gonna talk trash in the NBA, they can back it up. Me personally, I don't do a lot of talking unless it comes my way. But as far as this series, you know, it's been some back and forth, and you know, I think when somebody says something to me and I say something back, or CJ says something back, they know that we can back it up. They know we can come back, and it's not all talk. And you know, for them, you know, and Draymond when he talks, you know, you can't say anything about it because they've won all 3 games, and you got to respect it. But I think it elevates the level of the game because any true competitor, you know, when somebody say you can't shoot or don't bring that in here, you're going to want to bring it back in there and finish the play and show them, you know, this is what I do. So I think it elevates the level of the game. The only time where it's like, man, be quiet is when you hear people at the end of the bench yelling out stuff when they're not the ones really in the fire. And they know they're not going to have to jump out there unless it's a blowout one way or the other. So, I mean, it's respected on both ends.
Any other questions? Okay,
Thanks, fellas.